Congratulations to the San Francisco Giants, 2012 World Series champions, a 4-0 sweep of the Tigers. This week we're at Las Fuentes, and we're talking to Bears fans, and they're having a great time. And the Bears themselves enjoying great defensive prowess, scoring points. Coach Tibbs of the Bulls is excited about the new season, and we have a flashback. You know that guy. He's managing now. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 23rd year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Kelly's for Benkowski Trivia. Friday, November 2nd, again on the 16th at 8 p.m. Come out and play. Bring your friends. It's at 44th and Wallace, just a little bit south of Sox Park. Kelly's Tavern, Benkowski Trivia. Be there. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Tanks at 124th and Western for good times with the Outdoor Beer Garden. They have beanbag games. They're open Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., Saturday and Sunday at noon. You can watch the Sox, Cubs, and a complete NFL schedule, daily specials at Tanks, 124th and Western.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
Las Fuentes, great Mexican cuisine at 115th and Pulaski. They have a great bar, wonderful drinks, and our video camera will be present on Sunday, October 28th, when the Bears play. Come over there and get yourself on television. We'll see you there. First quarter, Bears, Carolina. And yes, it's Matt Forte who scores first. It would be 7-3 Bears after 1. We're all kind of yucking it up, even with only a precarious 7-3 lead. But I think things will improve as we go. Everybody, you know why everybody's in a good mood? Because we're here at Las Fuentes enjoying the food and drink. Tell us your name and what you like about the place.
My name is Kim, and I love the food, great service, great drinks, all around. It's a great atmosphere to watch the game.
Okay. And your Bears clothing is very thorough.
Thank you.
Okay, tell us your name and what you're liking.
I'm Mandy Strasburger, and I'm liking the defense because with Cutler, we need a great defense.
No jab there. Well, you think he's turnover-oriented today? All right.
Three guys throwing it long.
Yeah, I know. There are some questionable maneuvers there. Okay, tell us your name and your favorite Bear.
My name is Tina, and my favorite Bear is Chris Conti.
And why Chris Conti? I don't hear that name a lot.
Because his grandfather was in The Godfather.
This is an amazing fact. That's a question I ask at my trivia games a lot. And Richard Conti was in The Godfather. He played Barzini, the enemy of The Godfather. That's amazing. Which kind of leads me to a segue. Come to my trivia games around Chicagoland. We'll be, in fact, you can go to benkowski.com and see the list of all the places I'm at, many of which are around here. But we'll continue into the second quarter. Hopefully the Bears can kind of play better. Play better, yeah. Play better. This play could have been tragic. The Bears force a fumble, but Carolina recovers for their own touchdown, and they led at the half. Well, with all the fine Las Fuentes food, it's hard to be in a bad mood. And overall, I'm not. But with the Bears trailing by 6 at halftime, the mood is a little uneasy. We're here with my friend Jim, who you might have seen on previous shows back in the Frosted Mug days. And Jim has played football and coached football in his life. And this is a not great game by the Bears.
No, it's probably one of their poor games that they played, basically because the defense is not playing up to their standard. The offense, I've always said that the offense is weak this year. I don't think it's great. Their offensive line is weak, and it's playing like it always does, it seems to me. Without the defense being up to its standard and taking the turnovers and scoring itself, the Bears are losing. And it just seems to be it just seems to be the way it has been. That's how I've seen the other games. Without the defense being at its peak, the Bears are not a 5-1 team.
Yeah, that is weird. I guess I don't know if an offense can get spoiled by the defense setting the table for them all the time, but even when the defense doesn't score, it seems like they're handing the offense the ball at the opposing 40. And now in this game, Carolina has dominated in ball control.
Yeah, Carolina is over 200 and some yards in total offense. Bears are not even over 50. So that's telling you something. That's telling you that the defense is not performing, and obviously the offense can't perform without the defense being there. That's how I see this Bear team this year. And unless they make a change somehow in that offense and improve it, where they can move that ball and hold time possession, I do not see the Bears going to where everyone hopes they're going to go.
Well, the funny thing is, as we watch the multiple screens here, they have as many as 3 games at once playing at Las Fuentes. The Packers are having trouble with lowly Jacksonville. And so it's around the league, any given day type thing. Well, we'll see how this turns out. I still believe the Bears will win this game, but their work is cut out, and they have to have some ball control drives and move the chains and keep Carolina's defense on the field. So we'll be back with more of that. Did you have another comment?
Yeah, I think that what's happening this year is probably what the NFL have always wanted, parity, much more than they've had in previous years. They're still your 2 premier teams in the league that seem to dominate whenever they play. But basically across the league and from all of the divisions, I say there's big parity in the league. It's any given Sunday you can win.
That's true. Minimal number of unbeatens and very few teams without a win. Everybody's kind of in that middle zone. All right, we'll have more third quarter talk shortly. Milano's Pizza at 109th and Western is the place to order from, like I do. Lasagna, chicken parm, Italian beef, and stuffed pizza besides the thin crust. They're open Monday through Wednesday at 3 p.m., Thursday through Saturday 11 a.m., and Sunday at noon. Call them at 773-445-4010. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years. Excellence. Top billiard tables. The place where the action is. Jukebox Billiards. 7910 Calumet in Munster. You've got to get to McKell's Inn at 3259 West 111th Street, just west of Kedzie, where good friends meet for a cool one. Tuesday and Thursday, they have $1.50 domestic bottles. $4 Guinness every day. Great people, great staff. And I'll be starting my trivia there in September on Tuesday nights. So I'd like you to come out and see me at McKell's Inn, 3259 West 111th Street on the southwest side. Bring your car to Quick Stop Muffler and Brake at 95th and Pulaski, and they'll fix it right. They also do shocks and struts, free estimates. Call them at 708-423-3700. They're very thorough in their work, and they have very competitive pricing. Quick Stop Muffler and Brake, 95th and Pulaski. Here in the third quarter, Carolina with a pair of field goals, and they go up 19-7. So the Bears are in real trouble they need 2 touchdowns to win this game. But again, we're all in good moods because of the Las Fuentes food. This young man's going to tell us what he thinks of the place and what he was eating today. What's your name?
Diego.
And what did you have today?
Burrito.
And what did you think?
Oh, it's delicious.
Sounds like you might be back.
If they come back, then if parents think about it, then yeah.
Okay. Well, of course, if the parents are buying, you got to come back. All right, turn your chair a little bit, sir. Tell us your name and what you're enjoying today.
My name is Fortino Ramirez. I'm enjoying some chilaquiles, which, by the way, was excellent. It was great, absolutely.
Just like you had at home in the past, right?
Well, not really. I mean, the way that they prepare this is excellent. I never taste something like this before. That's real. Yeah.
A unique presentation.
That's the word to put it, yeah. That's unique.
And are you a fan of any Chicago sports teams?
You know what? Actually, in the Chicago Fire, Chicago Bears, of course, you know, White Sox, Chicago, everything. Absolutely.
This is good. Okay, let's get one more opinion over here. All right, just tell us your name and what you ate today.
Okay, my name is Maria Ramirez. I'm eating chiles and nogaras.
And what did you think of it?
That's perfect. That's good.
So you would come back?
Without a doubt. Absolutely.
All right. So we have happy customers. First time, they will be back. And like all of us here on the crew, we're going to be back on November 11th for our next video shoot. But right now, we got to get to this fourth quarter. Jay Cutler finds Kellen Davis at the back of the end zone. Perfectly thrown ball, and it's 19-14 Carolina. It was 22-20 Panthers, the last play of the game, and Robbie Gould drills it to win it, and the Bears escape after 3.5 quarters of pretty poor play. So the crowd here at Las Fuentes erupts as Robbie Gould kicks the game-winning field goal as time expires, but it required 2 other touchdowns in the fourth quarter to pull this game out. The Bears, who were lackluster on offense, finally got a touchdown drive in which Cutler finished it off with a beautiful pass to Kellen Davis in the end zone. And then a little bit of luck is always helpful. One of Cam Newton's receivers fell down, and Tim Jennings was on the spot to take it 25 yards to the house, and the Bears pull out the win. So on behalf of all the staff and crew here at Las Fuentes, who enjoyed their meals and enjoyed their Bears win, I'm Pat Benkowski saying we'll be back with more on the Spotlight coming up, and we'll be back here November 11th with you to join us on our Bears segments and enjoy some of the fine Mexican cuisine right here at 115th and Pulaski. We'll be right back. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. George's Sports Bar is not a secret anymore. 5407 West 95th Street, just a couple of blocks off Central. They have $1 Bud bottles Tuesday and Thursday, $1.50 domestic Sunday and Wednesday. They have a DJ on Friday. They have Golden Tea, and they have a very cool mini bowling alley at 5407 West 95th. Get there. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years, excellence, top billiard tables, the place where the action is, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet in Munster. We're back in the spotlight. Time to talk Bulls. You're watching some warm-up. And yes, that's Jimmy Butler, who should see an increased role this season. Guys who will be looked to for leadership will include Kirk Heinrich, who's back, Nazr Muhammad, and a couple other guys. I think maybe most importantly, though, we should talk to Coach Tibbs and find out what he's thinking and about how people are fitting into his high-intensity defensive system. Here, Tibbs has been asked to compare the Michael Jordan era with hand-checking versus the LeBron James era with zone defenses.
Both ways. So I think, to be successful, I think you have to be well-balanced. You have to be able to deal with, great players, try to make it hard on them. But, the tough thing with great players is their ability to make other people better. So whenever you have to overcommit in one area, you're opening up another area. So I think the big challenge is to develop, a multiple effort mentality where you could tie everybody together, and then you have to be able to take care of the ball, the paint, then react out, cover the line, challenge shots, and finish with your rebounding. That puts a lot of pressure on you. And if one guy's breaking down, it breaks down your entire defense.
Maybe lost in that discussion of the defensive physicalness of the 90s was that Michael was a premier stealer and benefited from some of that laxness, if you will.
Yeah, Michael took advantage of a lot of the rules. He was smart, he was tough, he was physical, and very gifted, and great competitor. So. And he wasn't the only one on that team. That team was a great team. Very well coached, great players, played together, played to their strengths, covered their weaknesses. But that era, things just seemed to, and there were a lot of great competitors during that time. And Indiana had a great team, and there were teams out west that were great. So it was to me, it's like when you see. Anytime there's fierce competition, in whatever sport it might be, to me, that's when the game is enjoyable to watch. And so, as I mentioned yesterday, I was in New York during the time when Michael was here, and those games were hard fought, and Miami was in the mix there, and those were battles. Every night you were going against a team that was tough, and it was exciting to me.
To bring it up to speed, I believe the current general managers voted the Bulls the toughest defensive team in the league. How do you feel about that?
Meaningless. To me, it's, all that stuff is, I just want us to concentrate on what's in front of us, improving. Whether it's praise or criticism doesn't really matter. The thing that does matter is what we're doing each and every day to get better, and that's where I want our focus to be.
Tom, NFL coaches tend to use the third preseason game to play starters longer, maybe a game plan a little bit more. Do you reach a point in the preseason where you do that? Are we there in terms of you playing starters?
Yeah, well, I don't know if and again, there are different approaches to the preseason. For us, I wanted us to build the habits that I felt we needed to establish moving forward. So when we got to the regular season, we wouldn't be adjusting, and I don't think it ever ends. I think how you prepare for each game has to be consistent, and I want us to build the right habits. And so I want our focus to be on improvement, build the right habits, do the right things, know your job and do your job. So that's what we're concentrating on right now.
You think they're coming along with that as far as building the habits the way you want them to be?
Yeah, and again, it's not like all of a sudden you get there and you just exhale and relax and say, okay, we got it. No, it doesn't work like that. It's something that you have to do each and every day, and you have to continue to do that throughout the season. You can't get bored with it. And hopefully if you get a team that's totally committed to putting everything they have into it, then you can improve and get better as the season goes along. Thank you.
Thanks.
I eat on the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. Swanson's Deli, Beverly Ritz Catering, homemade soups and salads, fresh sandwiches, eat in or take out, daily specials for lunch or dinner, and home of the famous cheese ball at 2414 West 103rd Street at Western. You've got to get there, and their catering serves any size. Swanson's Deli, Beverly Ritz Catering, 2414 West 103rd Street at Western in Chicago. You've got to get to Reggie's, my newest trivia site. Tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink, located at 21st and State in the South Loop. I'll be there on Mondays. Check my website or call Reggie's for more details. But lots of fun at 21st and State. It's Reggie's. It's always the season for Riley's Trick Shop at 6442 West 111th in Worth, or you can call them at 708-448-0075. Right now they have football strip cards, a wide selection of Halloween costumes and tricks and treats. And then for later in the year, Santa suits. So for all your needs, especially Halloween, Riley's Trick Shop on 111th Street.
Here, right here, right here, right here. And a very happy Robin Ventura caps off a tremendous defensive game for himself. And the White Sox take their home opener of 1992 dramatically, with Bobby Thigpen giving that bit of a scare before recording that final out. Of course, Frank Thomas drove in Robin with the game's only run. Fine pitching by Greg Hibbert as well. Let's go talk to the victorious Southsiders.
Frank, last year it was a low-pressure year for you, and you had a spectacular season, but this year there would seem to be very high expectations. How does that affect your play?
Oh, right now I can't get concerned with that. You know, last couple of days I've just been trying to do things I'm not capable of doing, and that's just hit ball at the ballpark. That's not me. I got to stay patient, hit the ball to all fields, and just take what the pitchers are giving me. And like I said, the high expectations are there, but I got to go out and prove it still. I just got to go out and play hard every day. I can't get concerned with that.
What effect do you see, or if any yet, of George Bell's presence in the lineup?
Oh, he helps a lot. He's a great hitter. He's a proven veteran, and when he's in there, he's a dangerous guy. And like today, I was really surprised they walked me. I had the way I've been swinging the bat of late, and that was really silly. But it worked out for him. But I'm really happy George's in the lineup. He makes things a lot better for me.
Any conversations with him about approaches to hitting, going over pitchers ever?
Well, we really haven't talked that much. We've talked a little bit. You know, he's a proven vet. He knows what's going on. He knows the strike zone also, and I'm one of those guys who basically knows the same. And you know, it's a good mixture there. And we really don't have to talk about hitting too much. We just want to go out and just get the job done.
Like I say, as a pitcher, in these conditions are pretty well because I stay warm. You know, and the shorter I stay out there, the warmer I feel. But today was one of the quicker games. But I think in these conditions, I can understand why the hitters weren't really scoring runs because it's not easy to hit in this kind of weather. You know, as a pitcher, it's a little easier.
You challenge them more than I would think.
Yeah, and you pitch inside, you know. These guys are looking out of the plate and they're wanting to hit the ball and drive the ball the other way. They're not wanting to turn on it as much because if they get jammed, it doesn't feel real well. It feels like, you know, you got a glass ball in your hands and it breaks. But I pitched in a couple times and broke their bat a couple times, and I think that set up everything.
Alvin, what role did winning the Gold Glove do in changing your attitude toward defense?
I don't think it really has. I think I still have the same one I had, you know,
last year, the same one this year. I don't think that's going to change anything.
Offensively, George Bell's addition to the lineup, tell us what, if any, effect it's had on you.
Just another good hitter right in the lineup. I think team-wise, I think we're affected more than individually. I think it'll probably have some effects on Frank, and hopefully it'll have me coming around to the plate a little more. It's just a great addition for us.
Robin made some great plays at third base, probably that was the key to the game actually. And then Thiggy came in and they got a couple hits, but he did his job, saved the game for us.
When you think of how the rest of the season's going to go, this is probably not a typical game, really. How much of it was weather dictated, the low-scoring defense orientation?
I don't think probably the 1-0 is indicative of what's going to happen during the season. I think close games are going to happen here at Comiskey and whenever we go on the road probably too. I think the weather had something to do with it, but when you get up there to hit, you don't think too much about the weather. So I think they're just two good pitchers out there today, and they both pitched real well.
And now to the north side, and we talked to Frank Castillo.
Probably I was really pumped to go out there my first outing, and being opening day in Wrigley, I got a little extra on my fastball, and it's something I could use to my advantage, and it was a good feeling.
Vast majority of games you don't get the pinch hitter and you win.
Yeah, it's just a matter like that. Just go out there and go right after him.
Yeah, just some little things. Had a couple of chances to move some guys over, and on a day like this, you want to get a run here and a run there, and I don't think there's going to be any big innings with the weather the way that it was out there, and the Cardinals did a good job of putting 2 runs up there, so they won today. Yeah, defense I think is highly improved with Sammy out there in center field. He's made some great plays so far, and made a great throw on that do or die play at home plate. So he's made us a better defensive ball club.
Rhino, overshadowed in the loss is a really good pitching performance by Frank. Can you have some thoughts about him and how he looked?
He looked pretty good, I thought. He looked excellent. Just a shame that he couldn't pitch with a lead. But, we'll work on that next time, and we'll get the bats going and let the pitchers pitch with a lead. So that was the key today.
There was a lot of talk from your new manager about being more of a running team this year. How do you see that happening, and do you see yourself being a key part of that along with the other guys at the top of the lineup?
Well, he's gonna put some guys loose as far as stealing bases, and we have more speed in the lineup this year with Dunston and Sammy and myself at the top of the order, and we can get on base and steal some bases and make things happen. And he said that he's going to turn us loose, so we're going to do that.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.